So, I hope you're doing great. Today is Sunday morning here in Florida, but in the next couple of hours, people are going to be waking up in other parts of the world, and it's going to be Monday morning. So, before they get up, I wanted to get this fast video out to you so that you can focus on a new tool to put in your toolbox to make you feel better, to help you feel alive, and one, to help you just keep you younger. And this is an exercise that Susie and I use often to make sure that we get that dynamic, to keep that pep in our step. So this is called the dead stop kettlebell swing. First of all, we're going to go over the basic movements first. We're going to be building up on top of them. The first one is going to be kettlebell touches, or same movement kind of like a kettlebell deadlift, except we're not going to lift the weight up or the bag up. You can use a sandbag, you can also use a tire, you can use a dumbbell, anything that you can get your two hands on, rucksack, backpack, whatever you want to call it, all right? So her feet are going to be each side of the handle, where the toe meets the base of her foot, the ball of her foot, that's where the handle is going to be aligned with, all right? She's going to push her butt back, her shoulder's going to stay above her butt, she's going to touch the handles. When I clap my hands, she's going to snap her hips. Dynamic, all right? That's what we need in our lives. This kind of like walking around, drinking a protein shake, and then kind of, doing something or whatever. You want to put the intensity in the movement. It's not about doing 20 minutes or 15 minutes of hardcore HIIT workouts. It's about doing movements themselves where each rep is going to put a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more vitality into your life, all right? So we're gonna do that for 2 reps. I'm not gonna say anything, she's gonna do it by herself. Very dynamic. Good. I'm going to have her turn 90 degrees, and you can see the explosiveness in the movement. Good. She's almost, because of the dynamic, the way the movement is, she's almost lifting up off the ground. She actually is lifting off the ground a little bit, unintentionally, because she's not using any weight, but because of the explosiveness of the movement. Good. Now we're going to have her do the kettlebell deadlift. All right, this will be the next progression, all right? You don't build up if you don't do the first part right. Good. She's going to grab the kettlebell. Shoulders are going to be higher than her hips. She's going to be bracing her belly. You do not want a six-pack when you deadlift, squat, or kettlebell swings. You want a hard belly, all right? So tighten up and deadlift. Boom. 1, 2 more reps. 2, 3, good. I'm going to have her turn around and go to the side. All right. She's going to set up the same way she did with kettlebell touches. Good. All right. Good job. So, what I'm going to have her do is I'm going to have her set up in a 3-point stance. She's going to load her hamstrings. The same rules apply even though the kettlebell is a little bit out in front of her. She's going to be loading her hamstrings. Her scap's going to be tight. She's going to have extended arms. She's going to pull back and snap that bell up and reset. Good. And relax. Susie did a really good version of the dead stop kettlebell swing. It's really important that you don't let your knees drift forward, so that you can make sure that you're using that explosiveness that's created out of the hinge movement. The reason why I like dead stop kettlebell swings, before we start going into just the kettlebell swing, this is what a normal kettlebell swing would look like. She wouldn't reset on the ground each time. All right. And as you notice in the reps, that she was keeping that explosiveness. But what happens when you start going to a higher rep series, to 30, 40, 50, 60, up to 100, 200 reps. I have some athletes that I have do 200 reps with a weight that is good for them. And the idea is to keep, by each rep, the explosiveness. What happens a lot of times, though, with beginners or people that get bored with the exercise because they don't understand its value, they lose that explosiveness. So the idea behind the dead stop kettlebell swing is that each rep, you have learned automatically to keep that tension so that it floats, all right? So we're going to do 5 more reps of the dead stop kettlebell swing. And if you want to improve your kettlebell swing or you want to learn how to do the kettlebell swing, this is a great exercise to start with. You can even use a backpack. Just keeping your knees back, snapping the hips. And that's good. All right. So the more you get into the kettlebell sport, sport, then there are going to be little different nuances. But from strength and conditioning, this is a great idea, especially if you want to up your game in being more athletic. I hope this helps you out a little bit today. I hope it's going to help you out a little bit in the future. And for example, if you have gotten used to your kettlebells and they're very light and you don't have the money for a heavy one, or you don't have time to go get heavier ones, or they're all sold out because everybody on the planet thought they need some stuff for their garage, then just work on a more difficult version. And the dead stop kettlebell swing is definitely a little bit more difficult than just doing 20 kettlebell swings, especially if you're trying to keep the same intensity throughout each rep. So I hope you're having a great Sunday morning, better said Sunday. And if it's Monday morning where you're at right now, or you're coming into the Monday, we hope that you're having a great day. Y'all take it easy.